Okay. Is that all going good? Hello everyone, we are live with the Jasu stream for Wednesday, May the 8th. Bit of a late start here, so I don't think we're going with any of our planned games here. I thought I might do kind of a simple one-shot, something to, I don't know, improve my mood or something. I decided that was going to be Sonic Mania, and yeah, so much for the mood improvement, because this does not seem to be working for me on the stream right here. So I'm late already, so we're just going to work through some technical issues here in real time. So the main issue I'm having right now is I really want to play the game in full screen mode, and it just doesn't seem to want to do that. Or rather, the big issue is whenever I click outside the window, it crashes. Now, what I could do is just play the game and just make absolutely sure to never click outside the window or Alt-Tab or anything, which makes it a little bit tricky to manage the stream sometimes, but I think that's pretty much my only option at this point. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, there it is. Oh, you know what? I got that Sega controller now, too. Man, if it doesn't like me clicking outside the window, I wonder how much it would hate it if I plugged in a different controller. Ah, what the hell? This stream is a shit show already. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go get my brand new Sega Saturn controller, and we're going to play Sonic Mania with that. Yeah, you guys can watch the, fancy opening videos and stuff. Really did such a great job with the, just all the video animations and everything in this game. I don't know if you guys have been following, but I know on Twitter I saw they've been posting, like, a bunch of animated shorts in this style to just sort of promote Sonic Mania. I think it was like a 6-part series. Really just incredibly cute and entertaining stuff. Let's see. Yeah, there's my controller. Yep, it didn't like that. Oh no, that wasn't too bad. Okay, what's what here? Okay, so that's confirm. That's cancel. It's kind of backwards from how I'd want it, but that's fine. You know what? So this, if you were ever curious, this is all the kind of stuff that I typically do before the stream, when it's on the stream begins shortly screen that I put up. I also forgot to prepare my drink, so I'm gonna go do that right now as well. Okay, so the idea here is, I don't know, I'm feeling slightly in a bit of a blah mood this morning, or this afternoon now, I guess. And I thought that Sonic Mania would be the exactly the right thing to kind of perk up my spirits. So we're going to be playing. I said a Mania more. Oh, Encore. Encore Mode is the new one that we're actually playing here. Oh, and I had to click outside the window to do that, so we're probably gonna have to restart the game now. Already ruined it. Yeah, for some reason I thought Mania mode was the new mode that they added in the update, but no, they changed the name of the original mode to Mania and Encore Mode, so that was deceptive in the stream title there. We're actually playing Encore Mode. not Mania mode. And sure enough, we click back inside the window, and it is frozen. So I could still play it like this. It would be like playing blindfolded, but yeah, you can hear it still flipping up through the menus, but that's not gonna cut it. So we're gonna close the window and load that up again. So yeah, we're playing Encore Mode, just because it's the one game mode that I'm the least familiar with. It was the new hotness when they released the Sonic Mania Plus update, and I played it back then when it first came out. I don't think I've actually played it since then. I've done a couple runs through Mania mode with the two new characters, Mighty and Ray. I think I did one of them on stream and one off stream. Let's check out my Mania mode save files. Yeah, I've done Mighty once and Ray once. It's funny, you can kind of tell how good I am with each character just by the total stock of lives you have at the end of the game. This one, I think I just played through the game twice. Yeah, that was my first time playing. But yeah, just based on how many... Yeah, Mighty, I don't know. Mighty doesn't seem to have very much going for him. Ray's a lot of fun to use, though. X, Y. Just to make sure I got... Okay, so this will be game options. No? Okay. This is confusing. So it's A, B, X, Y. Oh, we were in Super Nintendo button configuration. Okay. So A is B, B is A, Y is X, and X is Y. Got it. Yeah, this right here was the only time I'd ever played Encore Mode. So we're gonna give that another try right here. Really dig this save select music. The save screen music here. We're gonna let that play for a second while I grab my coffee. So I thought that Sonic Mania would be about the right length of game for the amount of time I have before I've got to go to work. Now that I've done all this messing around, having to try and get the game actually working, delayed myself like half an hour. I'm not sure that I'm actually going to have time to finish this today. We'll try to speedrun it, I guess, but it usually takes me about 2 hours, I think, for a regular run through Sonic Mania. Oh my god! You know, I never used to be like much of a, you know, original hardware fiend or anything like that. For me, it's all about, you know, preserving the spirit of the game. I don't care if I play this on a television or with a PlayStation controller or on a PC monitor. Never been much of a hardware guy in general. It's all about the game itself, you know, as opposed to the irrelevant little details like what controller do you use, what kind of display do you use. With that said, having a huge fucking nostalgia rush. This must be the first time I've actually played a Sonic game with an actual like Genesis style controller since I was a little kid. Well, this takes me way back. Anyway, as I said, we were going to try to speed our way through here, so let's do that. So like right, we get to choose a partner here. To be honest, I can't even remember all of the changes to that they made to Encore Mode. Like, I'm pretty sure that the levels were the same, it's just that the yeah, the level layouts were the same, they're just they're recolored slightly. And I forget what else, actually. I guess we'll find out. Kind of mean how they tease you with a new level here. Oh, it's Angel Island Zone. Oh, Angel Island is back. Yeah, not really. It's just kind of a little intro bit. Oh yeah, I've gotten a lot better with Ray, I think, since the last time I played this on stream. Or did I do my Ray playthrough on stream? I think I did my Mighty playthrough on stream, and then I did my Ray playthrough off-stream for Mania mode. Oh yeah, they remixed the locations of the special stage rings. That was the other big change. I forget how this works. How do I get Knuckles in here? Or no, he comes in when I die. That's right. You lose... Whenever you die, you lose the character that died. And you gotta break him out of a monitor to get him back. It's like Donkey Kong. Oh, that was close. I doubt that we're gonna get all the emeralds on this playthrough just because I completely forget where the special stage rings are. And they've all changed locations anyways, so... Hey there, Saturn Meteor. Yeah, I decided that, I don't know, it's just Sonic Mania is just the right thing for me at this moment in time. Oh, I don't want to be Knuckles, I want to be Ray. Okay, so that's how that one works. Oh, come on. That was rude. I'm pretty sure I would know Kadash if I saw it, but I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what that is. Out of all the flying characters, I think Ray's my favorite. He's just got the most... He's the trickiest to use, but he's the most versatile. Was there not a special stage ring over there? How the hell do I get up there? It's like inside the frickin' walls. Oh, this one. I remember this one. Yeah, the special stages in this game really grew on me. Wasn't a big fan the first time I played Sonic Mania, but yeah, they have a certain charm to them. I think Sonic CD still has my favorite special stages, though. There we go. Mach 2 is... Oh wait, I got the floor types mixed up. Yeah, Mach 2 is basically where you can start catching up to the thing. Although with that said, I don't think we're actually catching up to it right now. We've lost a lot of ground. You can still see it, at least. Yeah, I think we're gonna need to go Mach 3 to finish this one off. There we go. I don't even know what happens when you fill the bar again. I've gotten good enough at the regular special stages in Mania mode that I almost never have to go to Mach 3 in order to finish it off. Got him! Yeah, I did actually know that. Yeah, the special stages, or yeah, the graphic style, like the, what do you call them? Yeah, I'm in one of those kinds of moods today. Those kinds of mindsets. The graphic sets for each special stage are reversed, but the stages themselves are all brand new anyways. So, like, that's the graphics of the final special stage, but it's not actually the final special stage. Like, the layout is different. Oh, I think you want a fire shield for this one. Oh, did we get them both at once? Nice. Good job, Sonic. Yeah, Sonic 2, to be honest, I think has my least favorite special stages. Very memorization heavy compared to the others. Or maybe, I think Sonic 1 is actually probably still the worst. Honestly, all of the Sonic special stages are kind of bad in their own way. And you just kind of learn to love them or learn to get used to them. Sonic 3 and Knuckles had the special stages that are probably the most fun to play on their own. To the point where people actually play them on their own. Like, there's a whole mode in this game where you just played nothing but endless special stages. Problem with it is that it breaks up the game flow a lot more than the special stages in the other Sonic games. It takes a lot longer to resolve a Sonic 3 special stage compared to other Sonic games. Well then. You know, I don't think I ever bothered with the pinball. Or no, I did a bunch of the pinball special stage in Mania mode. That's the, or in Encore mode. That's the main way you get your characters. Hey there, Smash Brother. Good to see ya. Yeah, I decided to kind of diverge into some Mania today. Just because, you know, I'm in the mood for Mania. Not exactly in the mood for Mania, I'm in the mood for... Frankly, I'm in the mood to not be doing much of anything right now. And something like Sonic Mania is the best thing to get me out of one of those moods. You know, it's been so long since I've even played the original Mania mode. I can't remember if the layout to this stage is the same as before or not. Yeah, this is the way you get your extra characters. What button do I press? Oh, you press down. I think I ended up, yeah, deciding that the pinball stages were a waste of time last time I did this. What am I doing? There was the trick to this guy. This is the smart way to do it. That right there, where you get hit by the arm, that's the smart way to do it. Yeah, you can just stand under his legs. I keep forgetting that. Oh, well. Not that it's a big deal, but I always enjoy finishing a Sonic stage with a bunch of rings just to see the number tick up. Oh, well, Sonic Spinball is brutal, by the way, if you guys have never played that game. What's horrible, too, is that the first two stages, first two stages of Sonic Spinball. But yeah, like the first half of the game is really easy, and then it significantly ramps up. Especially the final stage is just miserable. Love that. Oh yeah, that was the other big fix that they made with the Sonic Mania Plus patch, is that all of the stages have their own unique intros now. Gives you kind of a sense of place and progression. Is that right? Like, I'm looking at the stream preview right now, and it looks fine to me. Like, I don't have any of the crazy graphics settings enabled. Like, yeah, we're on good old-fashioned chunky pixel mode for video options right now. Oh boy, I'm about to fucking die. Oh no, we're good. How many characters are there? Is it just the 5? We got Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Mighty Ray. Yeah, that is all 5. I really wish you could have all 5 out at once. Somebody's got to make a mod for that. Where you just get all 5 characters trailing you at the same time. Get them all trailing you at the same time and have them tethered with that, like that magic ring from the Sonic Classic Heroes mod or ROM hack. I don't care about the movie at all, to be honest. I'm probably not even gonna see it. Come on. Just one of these stages I would like to finish with a shit ton of rings like I used to be able to. I don't know about that. No, I don't want to get wet. Whoop. That thing knocked me off. We haven't been squirrel flying very much this stage. Let's do more of that. Whoops. That's right, you gotta go backwards before you go up. Like, I know people are losing their shit over, what's his name, Jim Carrey as Robotnik. Honestly, I didn't even think he... Or I'll say this, he actually has the look down pretty good. Like, I mean, you know, other than the... He's not very egg-like in his shape, I'll say. He's certainly a Robotnik more so than an Eggman. Little bit thin for the part, but other than that, I think like the look of the mustache and everything is, and the goggles is all good. What am I doing? Missed a hit there. But it's his performance, at least in the trailer, I didn't think much of it. Like, that's just not Robotnik to me. I hate this boss. There we go, that's the timing. See, if you do it like that, you can get through him without getting hit. That's always the way it is with this boss fight. I fuck it up on the first cycle, and then the second cycle goes perfectly. Like, for me, it's just more of an aesthetic thing than anything, as far as trying to get good performance ratings at the end of the stage. Like, it's just really satisfying to finish a stage with, like, 300 rings and see that number tick all the way down and hear the fanfare for getting an extra life. Let's get a new character in here. Who we got? Knuckles again. Get the fuck out of here, Nubbles. No one likes you. Yeah, other than the recolors, I think the stages are pretty much the same way I remember them. I think they loaded them up with more enemies, maybe, for Encore Mode. Also, I've only found the one special stage ring so far. Ni no Kuni? I think you did ask me about it, because I remember talking about how I'm not interested in that game on the last stream. I've always liked the idea of Tails just as a character in these games, where it's just kind of a completely different approach to the game, the way you can explore the levels in a kind of more leisurely fashion and see a bunch of stuff way up high that you couldn't get to before. Nowadays, though, I just find his flight so slow. Like, honestly, I prefer Knuckles and Ray both. Ray is such a good character. I think he's the most fun flyer. He can fly quickly, he can fly both high and far. He's the whole package. He does everything that Knuckles and Tails can do, and is faster about it. What am I doing here? There's no more characters. Yeah, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. You know, some of the recolors I like more than others. Like, I don't like the color palette here. I mean, it's always good for variety, mind you, but for example, the color palette in this stage, I strongly prefer the original. The new Green Hill Zone, on the other hand, looks fantastic. Love the just kind of like golden brown afternoon kind of look they put to it. Is there an easier way to get my other characters out? Like, if I could get Knuckles here, I think he can bust through this wall. Also, as fun as Ray is to use, he doesn't quite match up with the style of the other characters, I don't think. Like, just compare him to Tails here, and he's just not... clearly just not drawn or designed in the same style at all. Mighty's a little bit better about that. Yeah, I mean, Freedom Planet kind of borrowed the idea of, you know, multiple characters with different playstyles from Sonic 3 and Knuckles in the first place. That, I mean, yeah, Freedom Planet was a Sonic fan game originally in the first, before they decided to change it. But yeah, Freedom Planet's another example of a really great game where you've got a bunch of different characters with different playstyles who will kind of get to see different parts of different stages based on their abilities. Which has always been the appeal of, yeah, just Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Oh, great, we got the Puyo boss fight. I kind of wish they would have replaced this with something that makes a bit more sense for Encore Mode. Oh, incidentally, I'm actually really tempted to grab, oh, the controls are reversed, this is horrible. But yeah, I'm actually really tempted by that Puyo Puyo Champions that's out on Steam now. Because yeah, I used to be really big into Puyo Puyo when I was younger. Not so much anymore, but... Okay, now I just need my red. There it is. Ah, I was expecting those blues to explode. Ah, well. Yeah, the whole Puyo Puyo is a fun joke boss. Or I guess I should call it the Mean Bean Machine. Is just a really funny joke boss the first time you see it, but I don't like having to do this every time I play the game. Hey, stuck the landing there. Yeah, the two characters I have on screen here, I can swap freely with the Y button, I guess it is. But I don't know how to take out my characters who are in reserve. I think I need a special monitor to do that. Oops. Oh, I can totally make it up there. As far as Panicki's, I don't know that one. Actually, I think, if I remember right, one thing that that Encore Mode does is I think it's Lava Reef Zone, where you've got different boss depending on, at least in Mania mode, you've got a different boss depending on what characters you have. And then in Encore Mode, it's just kind of alternate exits. Like, you'll get a different boss depending on what exit you choose to take. You'll get either the Heavy Roto on the bug, whatever its name is, or you'll get the big... I guess they're both the... Yeah, they're both the hard-boiled heavies. There's the one with the staff and the one on the Moto bug. Either of those can be your boss in Lava Reef, depending on your character. But in Encore Mode, yeah, you can just pick whichever one you want to fight, based on the exit you take. I feel like something like that would be good here, where it's like, if they added an alternate exit to a chemical plant, where you can either fight Mean Bean Machine, or you can fight this... Wow, this level's going great. Or you can fight some other new boss that they would come up with. Oh, hey, classic Sonic Tails team. Classic Sonic and Knuckles team. I haven't even seen Mighty yet. Oh yeah, I've played Sonic Wings. That was, Wait, no, I'm getting that confused with Aero Fighters. Still pretty sure I've played Sonic Wings, but I can't remember off the top of my head what that game actually is. Like, I can guess by the name that it's a shmup, but when I picture it in my head, I'm thinking of Aero Fighters. Back where we started. Oh boy, now we got this guy. Man, they really do kind of front-load all of the just most boring bosses to refight in this game. I think I like this one. I dislike this one even more than Mean Bean Machine, just because Mean Bean Machine, you can at least, you know, learn Puyo Puyo and speed it up a bit. This guy, there's nothing you can do to speed this up. Awesome music, though. Oops. Ooh, that's dirty how they only give you your shield to your lead character. Because, yeah, I switched over to Sonic so that I could get the benefit of his shield, since Knuckles lost his. But yeah, it looks like they only give your shield to the one character. Why can't I switch? Huh. They're just adamant about giving credit on the signpost to the person who actually landed the final hit on the boss. Yeah, they don't let you swap characters when you're bouncing the end post around. Oh, this is such a fun level, though. Honestly, all of the best levels in Sonic Mania are the original ones. Like the ones that aren't based on stuff from old Sonic games. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, let's do some... We got these running shoes, so obviously the thing to do now... Careful platforming to get up to the top. That's what we want to do with running shoes. There we go. Oh, what did we... No, what message have we got there? Sega has an important message for us. Summer. Door into summer. I don't even know what that means. There's a lot of, like, obscure... just Sega and Sonic trivia in this game, generally. Especially in this stage, to be honest. You got Sega Sonic Popcorn Maker, you got that weird sound effect at the end of this stage's boss. Oh, what do we got? This is... cool! It is, isn't it? I'm sure that you could... I'm sure that Sonic Mania just generally has been YouTubed to death by now. In fact, I'm pretty sure that a lot of where I learned some of this trivia from is from YouTube videos. I only knew about the I'll explain it at the end of the stage, but there's a staticky sound that plays after this stage's boss that's a reference to it was like a concert or some kind of special event for Sonic. It was at a Crush 40 concert, I think. I don't know, something like that. And there was like some staticky sound playing in the background constantly throughout it. Yeah, they seem to have changed the messages. Oh, come on, I didn't think you could swing that far. Oh, they added this platform. It's actually way easier to get up here now. Means they probably took the ring away. Yep, no special stage ring. Hey, there's our boy. Yeah, Mighty doesn't really do much. It's probably the least interesting character, to be honest, just to play as. Although, I think the best feature of Mighty is actually... Why can't I get it? There we go. Isn't his down slam? It's actually his immunity to spikes. Yeah, Mighty's spike immunity is so handy in so many places. Oh, hey. We may get all of these special stages yet. Whoa! Oh, man. This is a nasty one. Falling way behind. There we go. I don't even know what the most efficient path... Where am I going? Where's the... I've lost track of the road. There we go. Oh, that thing's miles away now. We do have a decent... Man, this section right here is so much easier when you're running fast. There we go. I still don't think we're going to be able to catch up. Well, that's really mean, the way that they just stick you with a dead end there. You got to make a full U-turn to get on the correct path. I think a mini-map would actually be really helpful for some of these special stages. This will be a good play. This is a good game to play to get into just kind of a Sonic-y mood in general, actually, with Sonic Team Racing coming up in, I think, a month. I'm looking forward to that one a fair bit. Oh yeah, you know what? I completely forgot about the video game Donkey sound effect Easter egg, or I think it was a voice clip. Oh good, we got Tails for this one. This is such an annoying boss unless you've got Sonic or Tails. Yeah, Tails is the best boy to have on board for that one. Yeah, you can hear that static in the background. Yeah, that was from like an audio glitch from a Sonic live stream, I think they did. So that's that reference. Yeah, I think it was something like the debug mode code. Something like that. It's actually easier to get up here. Oh, hey! There you go. Get another crack at it. So there's a couple styles of Sonic Special Stage progression, basically. You got the Sonic games where they basically force you to do the special stages in order, so if you fail one, you just keep going back to it over and over again until you pass it. Which is the way that they do it in this game. That's fucked up. But yeah, I personally prefer it the way where they just skip over to the next special stage if you fail one. Okay, we got it. That's a big shortcut there if I can not fuck that up next time. Oh, we're so far away from that thing. This is gonna take forever. Okay, we want to go straight there. Oh, we're gaining ground. Oh, and we hadn't even hit Mark 3 yet. Mach 3. Oh yeah, I think we got this. Oh, so close. You actually don't gain a lot of ground on it, even at Mach 3. I don't know why I'm wasting time with these emeralds. I doubt I'm gonna get them all. I don't think I even found them all at on my first Encore Mode playthrough. I think I had to replay some stages to go back and get them. I don't know, I don't like the special stage rings to be too well hidden in this type of Sonic game. I think it's better to have to have it set up where the special stage rings are plentiful, but the special stages are difficult, so you'll need to find a bunch of them in order to get all the Chaos Emeralds. Either that or you just make twice as many emeralds, so that you have to find twice as many rings. That's what Sonic 3 and Knuckles did. Yeah, considering that this game is of comparable length to Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it's like even longer, actually. I think there should have been 14 emeralds in this game. Ah, here we go. This is such a cool addition. Having you magnetize with the lightning shield. Oops. Oh, I didn't want to... Ah, whatever. We can do it this way. Or not. Whatever. We still made it. Oh, cool. That was well worth it there. Yeah, I would not have wanted to do this section without speed shoes. This section right here with the propellers where running is actually irrelevant. There we go, let's mix things up a bit. This is going to be that kind of playthrough. Let's just blitz it. Like I said, I want to... Ideally, I kind of wanted to finish this game before I have to go for work, and we're like not anywhere close. I got an hour left. And we're not even like a quarter of the way through the game. Oh, there it is. This is cool. I don't think I ever found this. Doing all my Mania mode playthroughs. Oh, awesome. It's the worst possible power-up I could have gotten off of that. Is this just going to take me all the way back down? Cool. That was an excellent and worthwhile use of my time there. So I think the way it works in this mode is you can replay levels to go back and get rings that you missed. Actually, no. As long as you exit to the main menu, yeah, you can go back and recollect as many special stage rings as you want. So you can easily get the emeralds that way, as you just find a level that has a special stage ring right at the beginning. I think there's a, easy ring in... I think it's Press Garden Act 1. Has a special stage that's really easy to get. Oh, hey, do we got Tails Airlift in this game? Oops. Oh yeah, I always forget about the, what do they call it? The drop dash. It's such a cool move, and a great addition to the game, but I'm so stuck in my ways from the old Sonic games that I always forget to use it. I want to get Mighty back out here. Yeah, Knuckles. All of the vertical movement in this game, like all the characters with vertical movement powers, are just so slow. Tails takes forever to get up into the air, Knuckles takes forever to climb walls. Yeah, Ray is just such a great addition to the game for that reason alone. Fucking Knuckles. God damn it. If you get it right, you can... There we go. Bounce off this guy right from the beginning. I think we're just about to the point where I can just jump up and nail him. Hey there, Mazewell. Encore Mode is the new mode that they added in Sonic Mania Plus. So they slightly remixed the stages. All of the stages have a new color palette and slightly rearranged enemy placement. So it's like the overall building blocks of the stage are the same, but they switch around the placement of the enemies and spikes and some of the platforms. Also, they've completely reworked the special stages. All of the special stage rings are relocated, and the special stages themselves have been redesigned to be a lot more challenging. And they've completely changed the way that the lives system works. Instead of having a tally of extra lives, instead you've got a tag team system where you've got your characters kind of waiting in the wings. It's almost Donkey Kong style, where if you die, that character goes away and you bring in a replacement from your stash. So you can see right now I've got all the characters: Sonic, Knuckles, Mighty Ray, and Tails. So if one of my guys dies, the next one will get substituted in until I break a monitor to get him back. You can also play a pinball stage to get your characters back. It's a cool addition to the game, to be sure. I think I still prefer the original Encore Mode. I don't know. It's a different style. The biggest complaint, I guess, I have with the tag team system is that you don't have a lot of control over which character you use. Like right now, all I've got is Sonic and Knuckles. There's no way to sub in those characters waiting on the bench. To get them in, I need to find a specific kind of monitor, which is actually not that easy to find. Other than that, though, yeah, it's a great mode. It's a good way to get acquainted with all of the different characters, too, since you're changing characters constantly in this mode. Oh, this thing is tantalizingly close. It's getting farther and farther away from me. Yeah, it's gone. Need to hit Mach 2. And fast. There we go. That's another dirty U-turn there. No! That was bullshit. Oh yeah, they got 3D renders of all the characters. Actually, the pinball stages are 3D as well. Same style, same like models and everything, I think. I'll show one off if I ever have 50 rings after triggering a signpost. Actually, we're not getting down there, forget that. Yeah, the new special stages are really hard. I think they sped up the UFOs, too. And the new special stage rings are much more trickily placed as well. I think there might even be fewer of them. Right, so this is the new pinball stages. They look like ass. So if I didn't have all of my characters in tow already, they would be in this crane game here. Yeah, so you flip your guy up to the top to get spins at the crane game, and that's the way that you rescue your party members. This is really dull and easy and extremely time-consuming as well, so I pretty much skip pinball as much as I can. It's a big time sink. That is to say, a time waster, in my opinion. Thankfully, I haven't actually died yet on this run, so there's been no need to go rescue people in pinball mode. I mean, yeah, as if it's difficult to avoid dying in a Sonic game. Okay, I kind of want Sonic in here. Thank you for my slightly higher jump. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, none of that, please. Have they changed the AI on those guys? I don't think they ever used to be that aggressive with the egg shooting. Oop. Never mind. Knuckles, you're in. Knuckles, get over here. Knuckles, what are you doing? Thank you. Oh, so okay, I unironically like Sonic Spinball. I think it's a fine game. I don't want that question mark. I'm going to use Mighty for a little bit here. Damn it. Oh, cool. We're back where we started. So the question mark blocks, I believe, yeah, shuffle your current party configuration. So yeah, now instead of Sonic Knuckles, we're Knuckles Sonic. Yeah, it's completely random what you get out of those. Sometimes it flips your Sonic Knuckles to a Knuckles Sonic, for example. And then the rotatory, like the circling arrows, swaps in your current party leader to the first one in the queue. So if I find circular arrows, Knuckles will get swapped out for Ray, I believe. And then sometimes you just find characters inside the monitors. Although not anymore since we've got them all. I don't know what the... yeah, how it determines what characters you get out of the randomizer. I don't know, this run in general sure seems to like sticking us with Sonic and Knuckles, though. Okay, give me something good this time. Oh, cool. Sonic Knuckles out for Knuckles Ray. I'm actually fine with that. Okay, and then this would swap in Sonic, I think. Let's actually do that. Let's do Sonic Ray. Their colors go very nicely together. Achievement, window shopping. I don't even know what that did. I guess get the rings on the outside of the window. Spent 5.5 minutes on this friggin' level here. Pathetic. The speedruns for this game are so impressive, too. I'm not a speedrunner, so I don't think... I just don't have the tenacity to be a speedrunner, to learn all the tricks and practice them and everything. Or even the routes. Yeah, I just couldn't be bothered to take the time to learn that stuff, but it's super impressive to watch. This is one of my favorite games to actually watch speedruns of. One of the few games that I will actually watch and enjoy just regular speedruns of. Without, like, really good color commentary or anything. Hey there, Autis Awesome. Is it too short? I actually think this is very long for a Sonic game. I don't know, maybe you're one of those speedrunner types? Like, it took me like 5 hours to get through this game my first time through. Which is, again, really long for a Sonic game. And even now that I've learned it, it's like a single run is like 2 hours for me. Which, again, is twice as long as your standard Sonic game. It's also got a lot of replayability, too, I think, what with the different characters. And now the new Encore Mode as well. I don't know, it depends on your expectations, too. Like, I know a lot of people these days kind of expect, like, a big, long campaign mode for even old-school-style 2D platformers. Like, honestly, I think Sonic 3 and Knuckles was about the perfect length for a game in this style. No! Like, yeah, I think about 90 minutes is about perfect for a Sonic game. Sonic Mania, actually, like I said, feels a little bit long to my tastes. Part of that is just I need to learn the game better so I can clear it more quickly. Like, yeah, we're about halfway through the game now, and it's been... Oh, actually, it's... No, we're a little bit less than halfway, and it's been an hour. Anyways, this is hardly my first time playing the game, by the way. I've played through Mania mode with every character. See, this is a scene that they added here. There used to be no transition into Press Garden before the Sonic Mania Plus update. I just love that. That was a big complaint people had about the original release, too, is just some stages don't have transitions. So it's like, hey, they were in Flying Battery, and now they're in Press Garden all of a sudden. What the hell happened in between? And now you know. They took hang gliders. They even took the time to put in another semi-obscure Sonic reference. Those are the hang gliders from Sonic 2 Master System. There used to be a special stage ring here in the original mode. Yeah, seems like they got rid of it. Oh yeah, there's not enough bonus content. I feel you there. You can do special stages to unlock more bonus content, but I feel like that's not actually a good thing that they unlock all the bonus content behind endless special stages. I agree with you there. They could have had more special features or anything like that. Honestly, what I think they should have done is made the emeralds a bit tougher to get. Like, considering how this game is even longer than Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and that game had 14 emeralds to get, I think there should have been 14 emeralds in this game, and it should have been a little bit tougher to, you know, master the special stages to the degree where you can actually get 7 emeralds in a single run. I mean, there's always achievements. That's always one way to get longevity out of a game. Come on. No! Oh, I wish I had Mighty here. Okay, there's no getting up there. Yeah, there's actually no blue sphere at all in Encore Mode. It's all replaced by pinball. Okay, I'm sure we can do this. Okay, that works. I really like Press Garden, by the way. I know I've seen some takes around the internet where people say this is the worst zone in the game. This is actually my favorite. It feels just like it's very platformy, as opposed to Speedway based. This one's more of like a classic, like Sonic 1 style, slow-going platformery type level. Something like a Spring Yard or a Marble Zone, which I actually really like, just for variety's sake. Speaking of variety's sake, Knuckles is back in the party. We haven't seen him in a while. I don't know, for me personally, I don't need additional content, though, to keep me playing this game. Like, I've played the original Sonic games, like the Sonic Trilogy, 1, 2, and 3 and Knuckles, probably hundreds of times over the course of my life. So I don't really need extra content to compel me to keep playing a game. Like, this game to me, Sonic Mania just has replayability and value just out of the fact that it's a really fun game, and I just keep on playing it because I enjoy playing it. Like, just kind of playing the game and just uncovering secrets is fun in itself to me. But it would be nice if they did have some bonuses to incentivize that sort of thing, for sure. I'm pretty sure that the basic controls of Sonic, like the basic gameplay of Sonic, hasn't actually changed since the original, or at least the jumping physics, I think, have always been the same. Yeah, as far as I can tell, this controls exactly the same as Sonic 1, 2, 3, and then 3 and Knuckles. I guess 3 and Knuckles are the same thing. I think I agree. Honestly, the pinball style zones have always been my favorite. I really like Casino Night. Yeah, Spring Yard, Casino Night, Carnival Night. All my favorite zones in Sonic games in general. I actually... No shield is going to help us here. I could be wrong about this, but I think Mighty's spike immunity maybe makes him immune to these saw blades. Okay, Knuckles almost screwed me over there. Yeah, I used to be terrible at not just Sonic, but video games in general. It actually took me months of effort to beat Sonic 2 way back in the day. That's kind of the way games were, though, in general. Like, for most people, Sonic probably wasn't a hard game, but for me it was. Like, I got through Sonic the way most people would probably get through an actual difficult game, like a Contra or something like that, where you just go forward, just keep playing it, getting stuck on the next stage, one stage at a time. First I was stuck on, what was it? The first sticking point for me in Sonic 2 was Mystic Cave Zone. Could not beat Mystic Cave for the longest time. Then it was Oil Ocean once I mastered Mystic Cave. Then it was, yeah, Metropolis after that. Just getting stuck on one zone after another. Just playing the game over and over again. Until you, yeah, get it and move on to the next thing. I was stuck on the final boss for the longest time, too. That's the worst, is when you get a game like that to the point where you're stuck on the final boss. So it's like you play it over and over again, but can't quite seem to make the final bit of distance. Kind of a bummer that I didn't end up getting up top there, but oh well. Yeah, Mario Bros. 3 is another one. I actually never beat Mario Bros. 3 as a kid. Like, even with warp whistles or anything like that, I couldn't beat the Dark World. Oh, this is so fun. Riding around in the ice cubes. Whatever. It was probably too dangerous to try to go for that guy anyways. The music in this zone is so good too. That's true of the game in general, but the original tracks, I think, really hold up and stand up well, even alongside the the remixes of the classic Sonic themes. Yeah, I didn't, honestly, the first time I no-warped, like, beat Mario Bros. 3 no-warp was at my aunt's house, actually. It was on my own original copy. Or I guess I would have done it with save states back when I was getting into emulation, so that would have been the first way that I beat Super Mario Bros. 3. But the first time I actually did it legitimately was actually on the original hardware. I lent my... or I guess I kind of donated my old NES and all of its games to my aunt, who ran a daycare. And I always kind of liked the idea of that. Just, yeah, a bunch of daycare kids growing up on the same games that I did on the NES. But eventually, after she stopped running the daycare, she added it at her house. So I was at my aunt's house. This would have been many years back, like... probably back when I was still in high school, actually. Senior year, maybe? Yeah, I ran through all my old NES games at my aunt's house one summer, and yeah, I just blitzed Mario Bros. 3, no warp, every level in the game. It took me several hours to do it, mind you. Like, probably a good 5 or 6 hours. Yeah, I appreciate few people have the discipline to play classic games in emulators and not abuse save states. That was kind of a habit that I had to break. It's just so easy. It's like, oh, I'm having trouble with this thing in the game. I could totally just hit F5 and cheat my way through this, but you gotta be disciplined to, you know, play the game properly. And it's rewarding in the end when you do. Experience things the way it was meant to be played. Boo. I didn't realize that was going to be a fall-away platform. No. Okay, never mind. We're fine. Oh, this guy. Fucking ninja boy here. That felt not right. This boss fight became so much easier once I learned that you can just spin dash the starfish. It doesn't seem like you could. I don't even know what hit me there. See, game journey codes are fun. See, with save states, there's nothing fun about save states. You just get infinite checkpoints and you just retry stuff until you get the perfect run, or save state, like, you know, 2 seconds at a time. Kind of stutter step your way through. Oh, I got hit. Use a save state. I got hit again. Use a save state. It's just not an enjoyable way to play the game. That's the way you play games if you're like, if the only thing you care about in games is just seeing all the content, which is, you know, fair enough. I actually, you know, enjoy. That's a legitimate way to enjoy games. Don't get me wrong. Like just appreciating the sprite art and just the progression of the kind of simple cutscene or the story progression as limited as it is in these types of games. There is some enjoyment to be had from just, you know, save stating your way through and seeing all the content, but it's not really playing the game, at least in my opinion. You haven't experienced the game properly if that's the way you're going to do it. You're getting some experience out of it, and maybe it's a worthwhile experience, but you're missing out on a lot. Oh yeah, so where I was going with that is, on the other hand, Game Genie, you can actually do some fun stuff with that sometimes. Like, invincibility isn't super fun, although sometimes it lets you break the game in hilarious ways and do silly things with stuff like invincibility. Infinite power-ups is a fun one a lot of the time, or just do like a... Like, for example, like a Game Genie code in something like Contra, where it just gives you a spread gun every time you die. That's a fun variant to the game, in my opinion. Or even the really crazy stuff where it's like you get to walk through walls, or you get a super high jump. All sorts of just fun, weird stuff you can do with the Game Genie. I think my favorite that I've ever seen, though, was Final Fantasy Tactics, where it unlocks like crazy debug type stuff where you can set up your own custom maps. And it actually unlocks like hot seat PvP. You can go into any map in the game, set up any combination of characters that you want, and you control the whole battlefield. You can just play, like, basically set up hot seat PvP using Game Genie codes in Final Fantasy Tactics. I think that's the coolest thing. Or I guess it would have been a Game Shark, but whatever. Coolest thing I've ever seen a Game Shark do. That's not quite what I was looking for here. Oh, I can get that. I can totally get that. I got it. I totally got that. And I got like a shield that I already had out of it. I think the biggest downside of our Encore Mode is honestly just the lack of one-ups. I don't know, that's like one of the most common hidden secrets in Sonic games is the 1-ups. And yeah, you don't ever get to hear that 1-up fanfare anymore. Even if you get 100 rings, it's just, yeah, no 1-ups for you, ever, for any reason. That's part of the fun of the game to me, is just collecting. It's like the mark of skill. It's like when you're just learning the game, 1-ups are for survival, and for making your way through the game. Once you get to the point where you've mastered the game, 1-ups are for like keeping track of how good you are at the game. Like how many 1-ups can you finish the game with? For me, it's usually about 50 in this game. And it's a mark of, I don't know, it's a mark of skill in every aspect of the game, too. Because, like, how do you get 1-ups? You go for high score, which is completing stages quickly and without getting hit and getting a bunch of rings. You get 1-ups for just collecting a bunch of rings and holding on to them, collecting 100 or 200 rings. You get 1-ups by just finding them in the level, so exploration. So basically, you get 1-ups for completing the stages really fast and very skillfully with a lot of rings, exploring everywhere and without getting hit. That's like every aspect of the game wrapped up into the 1-up system right there. And you lose them for dying, so yeah, it's another aspect of skill. Yeah, Ray is really tough to get the hang of, but once you do, he's actually really fun. I actually like Ray more than any of the other flyers in this game. Almost got him. I wasn't really paying attention at the start of this boss fight. That's a super risky hit to go for there once he's started the laser. There's too much downtime in the bosses. A lot of the bosses in this game just have way too much downtime, just sitting around waiting for your opportunity to hit him. Mind you, skill can mitigate that somewhat. You can actually one-cycle this guy, even without getting hit. You can one-cycle this guy if you know what you're doing. Yeah, Tails used to be really fun for me. Tails was actually my preferred character way back in the day. He's just too slow for my liking now. Just like to get any kind of vertical height just takes forever. Yeah, there's no way we're beating this game before I gotta go to work. Man, I got even more of a late start than I realized. Thought this was gonna be at least a 2-hour stream, but yeah, it looks like we're not even gonna get that. I appreciate that they're using, I think this is the Bad Future palette for Stardust Speedway Act 2. I think it was present. Yeah, it was like the gold pathways, which is the present in the original one. So that's cool and all, but kind of doesn't go great with the Good Future style music. Or is this the Good Future graphics set, now that I think of it? It's been so long since I played Sonic CD. Yeah, I wish I had time for that. I'm just kind of, I don't know, not in kind of a blah mood this afternoon, which is the reason why the stream started so late, and I felt like Sonic Mania was the best thing to pull me out of that. So this is just kind of a one-off thing. Honestly, the original plan was Battle for Westnoth, but I don't really have enough time to sink my teeth into that this afternoon. Oops. I think that's the essence of Sonic games, is even when you screw up the thing you were trying to do, you get something fun and cool out of it anyways. It's like, oh, the cannon didn't go where I wanted it to, instead I bounce off in a completely different direction and see something completely different. Yep, that's what I always say. Playing games beats watching games, so thanks for stopping by, Altus Awesome. I'll see you later. That was actually a really fast Act 2 there. Oh, this right here. I love the music for this boss fight. I'm not gonna ruin it by singing along with the hers, but that's what makes this track for me. Whoa! I appreciate how they changed the Metal Sonic boss fight to make it kind of less awkward, but I don't really like the new version of it either. In fact, I think the new version might be even worse, because well, in the old version, you know, you'd screw it up and you'd end up in an endless... Whoops, I forgot he could do that. Well, so much for finishing this one with 200 rings. Come on, do the thing. There he goes. I don't know a good way to hit these guys into him unless he spins in the center. Okay, let's see if we can work this out. There we go. I think the background is actual 3D here. Oh, they cut out the second half of the chase too, which I really like. This fight kind of dragged on a bit. This is new if you haven't seen the Sonic Mania Plus update. Little callback to Knuckles Chaotix, where he was the final boss in this form. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, I do not like the new version of Metal Sonic here. Whoa! That was close. Oh, that's a dick move right there. So that's a nice appropriate space for the Metal Sonic fight to be too. I actually never, thinking about it more, I don't mind so much that it's a big, long, epic fight, just because it's actually the halfway point of the game. That's, yeah, zone 6 of 12, I think? Or was it 5 of 10? Something like that. So if you think about it, it's kind of similar to the cutoff between the Sonic 3 and Knuckles. You have that cutoff between the Sonic 3 half and the Sonic and Knuckles half, so I kind of view the Metal Sonic fight as kind of the equivalent of the big arm fight in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, where you're dividing... It's the halfway point, essentially. Oh yeah, Hydrocity music has always been the best. You know, it's funny, the original Hydrocity Zone is everyone's favorite water level because you hardly ever actually have to go underwater in it. And they sure fixed that for Sonic Mania. Spend a lot of time underwater in Sonic Mania's Hydrocity compared to the original, which I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, I'm the same way. I always say remix when I mean, I don't know, version or arrangement or whatever. Of course, we got the bubbles from the Game Gear Sonic 2. I don't know what popped that there. Yeah, actually, out of all the new arrangements of the of the old school Sonic music in this game, I think this one's probably the most faithful to the original. Like, the instrumentation is, or the composition is basically the same. They just kind of changed up the instrumentation a bit. Yeah, I think Hydrocity 1 might actually be my least favorite act in the game. Although, mind you, Hydrocity 2 is, the only reason it's better is because they basically ripped off the original layout from the original Hydrocity Act 2 wholesale. Like, Hydrocity Act 2 is basically exactly the same as the original. It's been ages since we saw any monitors to change out our characters. I don't think we've seen a single one in this whole zone so far. Yeah, Hydrocity was Zone 2 of Sonic 3. I think Marble Garden might have actually been my favorite zone from Sonic 3. It's kind of a shame that it didn't make it into this game, although it kind of did. You got some obstacles from Marble Garden in the, what was it? The zone that we just did before this one. Stardust Speedway has some Marble Garden type stuff in it. Hey, there we go. Let's see some new characters. Ooh, Knuckles Tails. That's kind of the thing. Honestly, 3D Sonic is so completely different from classic 2D Sonic that actually makes perfect sense to me. Like, it entirely makes sense to me that someone who likes one style of Sonic would not like the other. Personally, I love classic 2D Sonic. This is actually my favorite 2D platform series of all time. I like it way better than Mario, or anything else, really. Ah, we fucked it up. What's the button? Oh yeah, we gotta hit down. That's not gonna work. Oh, I thought we had it there. But yeah, 3D Sonic I've actually never really been crazy about personally. I like them well enough. I actually think Sonic Adventure is a fine game. Sonic Adventure 2, not so much, but the first one was alright. I haven't really liked one since then, though. Even the, what was it, Sonic Generations that everyone seemed to think was a return to form. It was fine, it's just I didn't like it that much. We have found like 4 special stage rings so far on this playthrough. Shuffle it up! Okay, cool, we flipped our Knuckles Tails into a Tails Knuckles. No! No! There was a thing up there! I'm going back for the thing. No thing left behind. I bet you there's a special stage ring up there, too. Was just complaining about how we hadn't seen enough of those. Hey, what do you know? So because I kind of dislike a lot of the 3D Sonic games in general, I kind of stopped playing them after, I think Heroes was where yeah, Sonic Heroes was the point where I decided I was done with the 3D Sonic games. I stopped playing them after that. I think Generations was the only one that I played after Heroes. Yeah, I never played Lost World or I don't even know what, or Colors. Never played Sonic Colors. I didn't play the one where he's a werewolf or whatever. Never bothered with any of them. What is this mess? Okay, I think there's a certain part coming up here that I kind of don't want to mess with, so I hope we can catch this guy before that. Hey! You know what? It must have been 5 special stage rings that we've collected so far, because we failed the second one once. I don't know anything about Sonic Unleashed, because that was one of the ones I didn't play. You know, I did play Shadow the Hedgehog back in the day, though, because I thought it was just so stupid. The concept was so stupid that I couldn't not play it, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. I thought that... Actually, I think I like Shadow the Hedgehog better than any other 3D Sonic game I've played since Sonic Adventure. Yeah, I thought the guns were actually a good addition to the Sonic, the basic Sonic formula. I really liked just the way the game was structured in the kind of non-linear, kind of branching formula, similar to the Darius series. It had that kind of stage select. Yeah, I thought Shadow the Hedgehog was a really cool game. Underrated. I remember the final special stage in this mode being absolutely crazy. Again, I think going for the special stage rings is probably a waste of time for me. I don't think we're gonna get them all by the end of this run. Oh, I thought that was the way. Oh boy, did we lose a lot of ground with that mistake. Shoot. What? I don't think that's correct. I think I landed that. Yeah, special stages in Encore Mode are pretty tough. I wish that the special stage rings weren't so well hidden, too, to compensate for that, because you probably need to find a lot of them just based on how many times you're going to fail any given special stage. Whoops, wrong direction. Yeah, why the hell did I think I could beat this game in 2 hours? It's like after an hour and a half, we're a little more than halfway through. I might come back and finish this up when I get home from work. Oh, hey, what's his name? Ray is still kidnapped from our one mistake in the Metal Sonic boss fight. We still haven't gotten him back. Mania mode doesn't actually take any more or less time than Encore mode. Why did I do that? That was so dumb. I am so dumb. I had exactly the characters I wanted for this segment here, because I wanted to fly up. And I just literally threw him away. Just threw Tails in the garbage, right when I needed him. Yeah, I think it's just every time I play Sonic Mania, it ends up being a longer game than I think it was. Oh, hey, we can take a Tails shortcut here. Kind of. Or not. I think you used to be able to go through that in the original game. That is Sonic 3 and Knuckles, not Mania mode. Okay, it used to be a special stage ring up here in S3 and K, but no more. Yeah, it's another one of those boss fights where there's just no speeding it up. If I swap to Knuckles here, do I die? Oh, I don't even have the option of switching to Knuckles. Oh, hey, Knuckles. Knuckles is our boy here. Damn it! God damn you, Knuckles. God damn you, Knuckles. This is actually way tougher than the original version of this boss. Which is to say mostly just that it's a lot more annoying. Yeah, Knuckles can't really deal with this part. There, that's the best way to do it. Oh, almost got it. Yeah, instead of the drowning theme... You know, did they have the drowning theme in Mania mode? I don't remember, but that sound effect for drowning that they put in here actually comes from Sonic CD. Thankfully, they give us the good version of Mirage Saloon 1 for Encore Mode. Are we ever gonna get Ray back? My goodness. He's just gone forever. On the ending, after the ending, we're gonna like look up into the stars and see Ray's portrait there. Robotnik has murdered him. Which is the actual canonical end, or not canonical, but the actual ending of Sonic 2 Game Gear if you don't get all the emeralds. Not Ray, but Tails in that one. Mirage Saloon is another really, really good stage. Again, one of the best in the game. I think all the new stages are all of the best. You know what, let's just rescue Ray while we're here. If we can manage that. Which I probably can't. I think he's gonna be here! Oh, hey, that actually worked. Hot damn. Yeah, springs don't count as regular jumps, so any ability that requires a jump, you won't be able to trigger off of a spring bounce. That's true of Tails' flight, and Knuckles' flight, and Ray's flight, and I think Mighty's bounce as well. There he is. Cool. Mighty's actually good for something in this stage. Oh wow, he's good. Okay, I didn't know that the Mighty bounce could do that. That's actually pretty cool. I think we're gonna stick with Mighty for a little while. See what else this guy can do. This looks so cool. Just the 3 ropes all together there. That's kind of bullshit. Wasn't it a feature of earlier Sonic games where the invincibility music would run out just a little bit before the actual invincibility did? It's always so handy in games. I hate it when you take hits because invincibility wears off right at the last second. Also, it's been a while since I've played Sonic Mania, but I think this might be a brand new version of Mirage Saloon. Like, I don't think the layout of this one is actually the same as the Knuckles one that you get in Mania mode. Either that or I've just never taken this particular route through this stage. Ooh. What? Okay, come on, how? How on earth am I supposed to get down there? Well, that's BS. Unless... That's BS. I'm sure there's some way in there. Yeah, this ends with the train from Sonic's version of the level, so yeah, I think this is all brand new. The layout of this version of the stage. Oh, you know what? Mighty should be, yeah, immune to these spikes. That'll be really handy for this boss. Easy. Honestly, Mighty's so good for so many bosses in this game. Because a lot of them are just covered in spikes. He's good for the Act 1 boss of Lava Reef, too. Yeah, we got kind of the dusky blue version of Mirage Saloon right here. Yeah, the color palette for this one is really cool. Or you know what it is? This is kind of reminiscent of the some of the color palettes of some of the zones in the Game Boy Sonic games, or the Game Gear Sonic games. Because yeah, the boss of Act 1 in this zone comes from, I think, Sonic Chaos? And yeah, the zone that he came in had kind of a steely blue color palette to it, just like this one. That was badass. Look at this. That was all awesome. Yeah, Mighty originated in Knuckles Chaotix. Or maybe he was first in the Sonic arcade game with the tracking ball. I don't remember exactly, but he was in Knuckles Chaotix. I don't know which came first. Oh boy, now we got this guy. This is such an easy boss sometimes if I can get the timing right, but other times he just fucks me over. You want to get 2 hits on him if you can manage it. Yeah, Knuckles Chaotix. Whoa! There we go, 2 hits. No, it's Knuckles Chaotix. Sonic's not even in Knuckles Chaotix, as far as I remember. Or as far as I know, I've never actually played Knuckles Chaotix. No! We were so close! Oh, that would have been like 200 rings on the final score tally here. Ah, my ring bonus. Yeah, so I've just about got to go to work now. So, how many stages do we have left? We got Oil Ocean, Lava Reef. Oh, and then Metallic Madness, and then Titanic Monarch. So yeah, we're not even close to being done with this. Yeah, I was way off with my 2-hour estimate. Oops. Oh, I lost another dude here. Oh yeah, they changed the kind of checkpointing system, though. That's the one kind of upside of Encore Mode, is only certain types of death will actually take you back to the lamppost. If something just makes you lose a character, you'll just sub in the next one immediately. So the color palette here is, yeah, kind of more brightly lit midday. It's a bit reminiscent of some of the good futures from Sonic CD, even though this isn't actually a zone from Sonic CD. Hey there, Remiko. You're just in time for me to leave for work in probably 2 minutes. Oh well. Yeah, I feel bad about just getting up way too late. Man, I had ambitions to actually get up really early this morning and get a bunch of stuff done before the stream. And instead, yeah, none of that happened. Instead, we have a stream that's like 3 hours late. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, that was convenient. Just kind of bumped me. Yeah, let's just not... Sure, whatever. Just lose all of the rings. Let's grab them just so that we can lose them. Just so that we can hear that lovely sound effect over and over again. Oh, hey, that was actually kind of a fast Act 1. So I guess that was a boss, technically. Oh, you got Pen! Awesome. Yeah, I regret that we didn't get Pen in our SF3 playthrough. His Tier 3 promotion looks so cool, too. I don't know, can I beat this level in like 2 minutes? I shouldn't have even bothered, because yeah, you only get your checkpoints on the level select every full zone you complete. So unless I finish this zone, all of the, just clearing out the previous act was a waste of time. So I guess we're kind of obligated to, see this through now. Okay, so now we really do need to speedrun this. My job is on the line here. If I can't, finish this in the next 2 minutes. I think we're going to stick with Sonic, but I'm going to see where I can get... Ah, that works. Oh, my rings are going to start ticking down any moment here. Also, I can't see a fucking thing. There we go. I'm lost and have no idea where I'm going. Okay, we're not... It's cool that I found that, but we're not doing special stages at this point. Yeah, 32X was a piece of garbage, if I remember right. I don't know, maybe there were good games for it or something, but I think it was generally regarded as being an overpriced piece of garbage back in the day. What even were other 32X games? Knuckles Chaotix is the only one that I know of, and even that one is not exactly highly regarded. I should play it someday, though, just to see for myself. Oh, I think we're at the boss. No, not even close. We're at the submarine. What if we ignore the submarines? Will that make it go faster? What if we just ignore everything? Oh, I didn't even see that guy. Maybe it's just me, but the oil fog seems to obscure your vision. Oh god, I'm dying. I'm dying. Oh cool, it's the boss. Hey, I was right to skip that submarine. How long can I fly? Can I just fly through this entire phase here? Oh, you need a shield to do that safely. And now we're decidedly unsafe. Although it doesn't matter, because this is the handy thing, is in Encore Mode, you don't really get stuck on bosses. Because if you die, you just get an instant checkpoint. No! Well, fuck all this. So that'll help. Good job, Sonic. Man, even when you have Tails take the lead, Sonic's still doing all the work. Hey there, Chochin. You are just in time to catch the very end of the stream here. Oh yeah, this scene right here is new, too. Take the flying submarine to Lava Reef. Yeah. We've stretched this longer than we should have. I've got to get to work. Oh, incidentally, if you guys missed the beginning of the stream, I'm playing this on my good old 6-button Saturn pad, which has been super awesome and nostalgic. So yeah. I'm going to save our progress, and we'll come back to this, if not later tonight, then maybe tomorrow morning. Thank you all for stopping by. Yeah, see you next time.